Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. And while there might be a lot of, I don't know what the word is exactly, emotions, feelings, and stuff going on with the results of the elections today all across the country from, local, state, federal, all those levels. Um, be that as it may, it's Wednesday, and that means it's New Comic Book Day. So there is at least that to look forward to today. Whatever you feel about the election. So we can all agree that new comics are awesome. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you like comics. So if you're not, I don't know why you're here. But welcome, and maybe you'll find something entertaining here. I don't know. But hey, uh, so yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying about politics. This is not the place for that. This is Beardy's books for, like I said, Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. So I'm going to give you a run through of a couple of new number ones and some number twos that I went through the number ones on last month. So we'll start with those before I get into my pulls for the week. So we're going to start off with Mother Panic is part of the new DC Young Animal project or imprint that they're doing. This is a new vigilante in Gotham. I'm not really quite sure what the costume is supposed to be there, but it's pretty cool design. I like it, and it's pretty intense for all of you wanting a darker, grittier DC story. This one's right there for you. It's pretty intense. It's this young woman who becomes this vigilante. She's fighting crazy crime. I will say I won't spoil that page. That's pretty cool. The artwork's pretty cool. Some pretty gritty, dark action. Not really my flavor, but I wanted to check it out and let you know that if you are into kind of that darker, more violent, edgy stuff, maybe check out Mother Panic. And I said it is set in Gotham. Batman does make a guest appearance in this, so if that's what you're looking for, check that out. Next, completely different direction. Avengers number 1.1. Where's that? Yeah, 1.1. So basically, this is going back and it is filling in stories into the original, in between original issues. So this one was pretty cool. It starts off with a little fight with the original team fighting down, what was it, the Masters of Evil, and then it moves on to introducing the new team members. There you go, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Hawkeye with Cap. So this was pretty cool. It was fun. I've never really read any of the old Avengers issues set, in the timeline where this would have been, but I mean, it's Mark Waid, Barry Kitson on art. It's really cool. If you like classic Avengers stuff, but with a new flavor, some new samplings. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty good. So yeah, if you like your Avengers, classic Avengers, that is a book for you. Also from Marvel, the new number one, Black Panther: World of Wakanda. This further gets into, especially the bulk of this issue focuses on the guard, the Dora Milaje. I guess they have a little pronunciation down here, Dora Milaje. And the women, the guards of the Black Panther, the warriors. It kind of sets up some of those characters we've seen in the regular ongoing Black Panther, and then at one point later on, the story shifts. There's a couple other short stories in here as well. So this is cool. If you want to further your understanding of what's going on in the Black Panther with some of the not side characters, but the well, yeah, side characters. That's a book for you. And some of the creative team on the regular, not the real, the ongoing Black Panther series have contributed to that. So it's definitely an inclusive story into Black Panther. So if you're feeling that Wakanda vibe, definitely check out that issue. Up next, I know a lot of people out there were looking forward to this. Since we already had a Batman Ninja Turtles crossover earlier this year, we're having another one, but it's the animated Batman and the current Nickelodeon Turtles having a crossover, and this was pretty cool. I didn't know what to expect, but there's someone has the Krang teleportation devices or whatever have somehow made it into the Gotham universe or the DC universe, and characters are starting to cross over between the worlds, and so that was pretty cool. So if you like Ninja Turtles and you like Batman, especially the animated versions of them, check this out. It was a fun little adventure. I'll be interested to see where the rest of that series go. I think it's only a 5 or 6 issue miniseries as well. All right, now on to some number 2s from that I reviewed the number 1s last month. So number 2, Mosaic. I'm going to be completely honest. I did not actually read this from cover to cover. I flipped through it, and it looked. It's just. I don't know. It's not quite resonating with me enough to want to continue it. Just the body hopping stuff, I just don't find that interesting. At this point, it's just. I don't know. It's a little. I don't know. And I'm an X-Men fan, so I'm a little less intrigued by the Inhuman characters, if you will, with all that's going on, with all the Death of X and the upcoming IVX and everything. So anyway, Mosaic, the artwork is cool. I like it. I do like the artwork, and it's not necessarily the story that I don't find interesting. It's just the body hopping isn't quite. I don't know. Maybe I'll need to take some time and go back and reread that. So I apologize for not doing a full-on reading of that. But anyway, moving on. Shipwrecked, number 2, from Warren Ellis. This continues the crazy stuff and that they set up in the first issue with like kind of teleportation. Is this guy a human trapped on Earth? We don't know. And there's this whole thing. This issue is called The Bell. It's really fascinating. Like, I have no idea where this story is going. It's really fascinating. Warren Ellis it's not the humor of Warren Ellis that I fell in love with on Next Wave, but it is a fascinating story. So if you like bizarre, weird, trippy, almost existential stuff, check out Shipwreck. Another number 2 from last month, well, from a number 1 from last month, is Green Valley from Max Landis. This is kind of the medieval adventure story. This was really cool. The first issue ends with the heroes kind of losing their fight to the barbarian invaders. And this is set about a year later, and they haven't really done anything. The guy, the leader of the group, has kind of just become despondent and sad, and he's just kind of sat around and done nothing. And the group, they're sworn to work together, so they're all just kind of getting cabin fever and restless. And then out of the blue, this boy arrives with a request for help. And this leads us to the title, Green Valley, and their village, with the promise of possibly a wizard and dragons to come. We shall see, because according to the characters, those things don't exist in their world. So there's that. And one last one. It's not a number 2, but it's a continuing story. Series that I've now dropped off my list just because I'm trying to make some cuts and not get as much stuff. Superman Action Comics. This is a cool issue. It picks up where some things left off with these characters they introduced who are hunting this would-be destroyer of worlds, and it was really interesting. I really like it. Like, I'm kind of on the edge of whether or not I'm going to actually keep this off my list or not, but it was great. The artwork was fantastic. Great story. Again, I love seeing how Lois and Clark and their son Jonathan all play together as characters and everything. So there's that. So that is my rundown of extra stuff this week. Now I'm going to go through my actual pull list. And all 2 X-Men books and my number 1 character features in an issue this week. So it was a pretty impressive week. So it's kind of hard to rate all of these, but all new X-Men number 15 picks up where the last one left off, where Cyclops is battling these creatures that are coming out of this doorway that Beast has opened in their airstream, and the rest of the team is fighting demons in Miami, and the good old Goblin Queen has returned, and it looks like this is Goblin Queen and the devolved Nightcrawler from the Inferno story arc from, Secret Wars last year. So she's come, and she is in full Hellchild mode, like magic. So we'll see where this goes, since magic is still around in our regular universe. So it was pretty good. Yeah, I feel bad for that version of Nightcrawler, but I really think that design is really impressive. Up next, actually, Uncanny X-Men got a higher ranking than usual because I really liked this story. This was really cool. It was kind of Psylocke off doing her own thing, and she fights. It's right on the cover there, Mystique, and that led to like some interesting things between the two of them within their fight and their dialogue and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. Up next is a new #1 from Marvel, the new Invincible Iron Man, featuring Riri Williams, the young girl, I believe she's 15 or 16, who has reverse engineered her own Iron Man suit. And this is her kind of stepping into the world of being a hero. And you get some flashback to her growing up and who she is and all that. So it was really cool. I really liked the artwork in it. So that's definitely going to be one to watch going forward. Another new #1 from Marvel, The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. I thought the concept of this was great. It's too good to pass up. I am not like a diehard Spider-Man fan, but there was just something to me that really appealed about Spider-Man with his power daughter and Mary Jane all fighting crime together as kind of a spider family. I don't know. I just really like that concept, and I enjoyed the artwork, and it was funny, and there's a couple little backup stories in the back of that as well. So it was definitely, if you like Spider-Man or even the concept of Spider-Man and his family, definitely check that out. Wonder Woman 10, continuing the Wonder Woman Year 1 story arc. Diana finally gets to go out into the world of America in this issue. Steve Trevor, Etta Candy, and Barbara Minerva take her out into basically like a shopping mall, and something happens, and they have to they see her in action for the first time. So it was pretty cool to see this issue play out. Really been enjoying both of the story arcs going in the Wonder Woman series. And finally, very excited for Betty and Veronica #2. It feels like it was ages ago since we got #1 that our store did our own cover for. But it's great to see Adam Hughes back in full bore with this. Again, it's just got enough humor and I love it. And I love the subtle tones of the artwork. It's, you know, at first glance it almost feels washed out, but it feels so right for this book. I love it. It's great. It's funny. Seeing these two characters there now, it's Betty versus Veronica because of the whole story with defending Pop's chocolate shop versus bringing in a big corporate coffee company. So, and last but not least, Uncanny Avengers #16, featuring my all-time favorite Rogue, which I feel like I probably don't need to say that every episode or every time I film one of these, but I mean, this issue's great. Rogue gets to finally, like the last couple issues, feel like they're finally bringing her back to the forefront, especially as a leader of the team. You know, there's a lot of really powerful characters, and I don't just mean strength-wise, but like impressive characters on this team. So I can understand it's hard to juggle all of their places, but this may be a spoiler, so I apologize. I've got to show this. Rogue taking out what appears to be a zombified, resurrected Hulk. So yeah, that just, I don't know. It just seems like she's got her classic Captain Marvel powers back at this point. I'm really not sure where her power set is. But anyway, there it is. Beardy's books for Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. That's it for today. I really enjoyed pretty much all of these books, especially the ones on my pull list. Betty and Veronica, Uncanny Avengers, Wonder Woman, the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows was a lot of fun. So anyway, head out to your local comic shop. If you're in our area, come to Comics Connection in Mechanicsburg or York, Pennsylvania, and we'll see you there. Let's drop the politics talk and just enjoy some freaking superhero comics, all right? Catch you guys later. Peace.